Good morning. Thank you for joining me, Coach Michael, on your Monday morning. We're winding down with the ABCs of creating a successful organization. Today we're on the letter X. To be honest with you, I really couldn't find a word with the letter X, so I cheated. And today we're going to use the word extraordinary. What does it take to become extraordinary? Warren Buffett has a great quote. You don't necessarily need to do extraordinary things to get extraordinary results. Realistically, all it takes is doing the little things consistently over and over to get the results you're looking for. There's a great little book I'd like to share with you. It's called 212 Degrees. In here it talks about 211 degree water. Now that's very, very hot water. Water I definitely wouldn't recommend you stick your finger in. However, 212 degree water is boiling hot water. Boiling hot water that has the ability to generate steam. Steam that has the ability to power a locomotive engine. Big difference in result. Small difference in the degree. 1 degree difference. Think about Olympic athletes. The difference between the gold and a silver medal. The difference sometimes between first and second could be 1/100th of a second. However, the gold medal winner gets all the purses, all the endorsements, all the money, the accolades, the exposure. And do you really remember the silver medal winner? Not necessarily. Think about auto racing, horse racing, golf championships. The difference between first and second is usually very small, but the difference in the purse is usually very large. So what does it take to be extraordinary? It really takes a commitment to excellence to do the things you need to do to get the results you're looking for. An Olympic athlete, what type of rituals do they have day in and day out to get to stand on that podium one day? Are we willing to go there as individuals that we are? Now, when it comes to being extraordinary in business, there's usually 3 areas. One of these areas, or maybe more, that organizations usually struggle with. They're either team, time, or money. So let's look at the team. First of all, when creating an extraordinary team, do you have the correct hiring process in place? Now, when you're hiring, are you very clear on the culture of the organization? When you are hiring, you can see whether this individual will fit into your culture or they won't. Are you using behavioral assessments when you're hiring so you don't make the mistake of putting a square peg in a round hole? Are you putting position agreements in place when they are first hired so they know their roles and responsibilities? Do you have a review process so you can grade them, engage them to see how they're doing and where they need to improve? Do you have the process of accountability and structure in place so they feel the ownership of the organization and they're following the culture and the vision and the mission so they become raving fans of your organization so they can go out and sell your brand? If all these processes are not in place, it's going to be very difficult to create an extraordinary team. Let's look at time. Time, are you intentional with your time? Does everybody on your team know their KPIs? Do they know their vital functions? Are they crystal clear on what they need to do to move the needle forward so they can focus on that and focus on that alone? Do you have a system in place that you're not answering your phone or your emails, your texts every time you get a ding, a ring, or a bang? Do you have a system in place that you return your calls, your emails, and your texts at a certain time of day? So if you're following the dings and rings and the bings, that will literally blow your time management off the board. So you have to be very intentional and structured with your time. The last is money. Are you clear on your numbers? Do you have someone and systems in place that is just reporting the numbers to you so you could take a look at them, see what the line items, and know what shifts to make to increase the bottom line, the efficiencies of your organization? And speaking of bottom line, are you testing and measuring and putting systems and strategies to increase your leads, to increase your conversion rate, your average dollar sale, your number of transactions, and your margins. You can make simple little tweaks in these 5 areas and you can increase your bottom line by 61%. Huge outcome, small little differences. But the way to become extraordinary is to implement these strategies, test and measure them day in and day out, and commit to applying them with consistency. And that's how you become extraordinary. So challenge yourself to commit to excellence and becoming extraordinary and not the ordinary. And that's the only way to stand out. So today I ask you in the comments below, write some things of where you're extraordinary, what you're doing to become extraordinary in your organization, creating an extraordinary team, and really creating yourself to be extraordinary. I challenge you, think about this, really take a look at yourself, your organization, where you can take a step up and become extraordinary opposed to ordinary. I want to thank you for joining me, Coach Michael, on your Monday morning. I want to wish you a productive and profitable week. Go get them.